There are many leading scholars who argue that we are about to face a war with China. And their argument is that if you look throughout history, when you have a major established power, the way the United States has been since World War II, and you have a new rising power like China is rising, the established power will be very reluctant and slow to yield any power to the new one, and as a result, a clash is inevitable, they say. The optimist went and looked at 16 such situations in recent history and found that war resulted only in 12 out of the 16 situations. So at most, they give 25% probability that we'll be able to accommodate China without going to war. Now, if somebody's been to war, that troubles me a great deal. And I wrote the book to invite a public debate, to raise the questions, do we need to fight China? Are there no other ways to resolve our differences? And I looked at the chapter by chapter at what are the issues. On climate change, I think we need collaboration. On fighting terrorism, we share similar concerns. Proliferation of nuclear weapons. So there's a long list of issues. Our economies are intertwined. Now, I'm not saying there is no trouble. What China did in the South China Sea is raising legitimate concerns. We need to look at the details of how aggressive it has been. But to repeat, at least we should have a public debate before we go down that road. There's another matter which deserves attention. The Pentagon is preparing to spend hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars to buy more F-35s, nuclear submarines, destroyers, to prepare to war with China. At the same time, we have some very, very burning domestic needs. Everybody agrees about the infrastructure. I do believe social programs should not be cut as much as the Trump administration is planning. So when we choose war, there always is this question, bread or guns. Clearly, if you're going to spend trillions over the next years on weapons, hopefully we'll never use, we will not have them for domestic purposes. And China is exactly the same point. They also badly need to fix nation building at home rather than spend on war. Any way you look at it, before we go farther down that road, we need an intensive public debate and discussion. Can we settle our differences with China without war? My book attempts to provide some pointers for such a discussion.